My name is Roma. I'm COO and co-founder of NanoVery. We're a startup that's based in Newcastle upon Tyne. And yeah, I'm really honoured to have been invited to SLAS by BMG LabTech. At NanoVery, we are building an improved way of detecting and quantifying nucleic acid biomarkers using what we call nanorobots, which are built using DNA nanotechnology. And the key advantages of our technology are that it's accurate. Right now we're in the process of validating our technology across the life sciences, servicing companies that are struggling with their PCR studies and generating some early data on that. But in the long term, we want to apply our technology in the clinical diagnostics kind of area. And we want to improve access to precision medicine and non-invasive testing for more complex diseases such as cancer and liver disease. Our nanorobots can use a very low level of biologically native DNA or RNA, such as like a biomarker or just a sequence of interest as an input. It will act as an input into our device or nanorobot that will then sort of create a huge cascade of DNA reactions, resulting in an output of fluorescence that's thousands of times stronger than the input that you put in. Yeah, so a key benefit of our technology is you can directly look at the concentration of that sequence or biomarker of interest by just looking at the fluorescence output. We use the CLARIOstar Plus for a really wide variety of experiments. It's pretty much the main piece of equipment that we use. It's used 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's literal. Try to get as much experimental data as possible out of our plate reader. And yeah, we use it from the start of our kind of R&D pipeline, which is ordering oligos. We use the Elvis plate to quantify that, our samples as they come in. It's great because you can run 16 samples at a time. And we also do sort of studies on the kinetics of the reactions that we're measuring. We use it for endpoint measurements of our reactions. So eventually just you can put your plate reader in after it's reacted for a certain amount of time and just taking an endpoint. And finally, we also use the MAR software to visualize the data, which allows us to do it sort of as it's running, kind of without having to stop and that kind of thing. Because NanoVery is a startup, we don't have infinite resources and we cannot, have all the equipment that we'd like to have. But the amazing thing about the CLARIOstar is that it's so multifunctional and flexible. So that's why we can use it pretty much from start to finish, and it is the most heavy-duty piece of equipment that we use. I'd say the three main things that we use in the plate reader are its LVF monochromator, its PMT, which allows us to go into the far infrared sort of area and expands our working wavelengths, and also the enhanced dynamic range, which means that if our fluorescence experiment saturates, then we don't have to restart the experiment again. It just sort of allows us to flexibly work across a wide range of intensities. Now that we've basically taken a really theoretical sort of area of science, such as DNA nanotechnology, and we've really started to be able to build assays that work and can quantify nucleic acids, we're now starting to really build our business and client base, and we want to be able to test a lot more samples. So the idea is to buy more plate readers, and not just for our R&D efforts, but also for servicing customers. And yeah, we plan on also maybe integrating with some other lab automation as well.